Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So at the end of the last video, I was confused about how to continue this quest, the Tatara Tales quest. And I thought that I was supposed to examine something that was right there, but it turns out, you see that little thing right there that's normally associated with the little quest that you can do? Well, it turns out that you're actually supposed to follow this thing to wherever it goes, and now I don't know where it's at, but that's fine. Oh, it's right there still. There we go. And what is it doing? It keeps zipping around everywhere. I don't know where it's supposed to be at. You're supposed to follow it to wherever it ends up going to. Oh, it's right there. And then you investigate. Okay. This rift's looking more dangerous by the second. That was really bizarre, that sequence of events that just occurred. I have no idea why they did it that way. They probably shouldn't have done it that way, but whatever. I intend to make some real progress on this quest though this time, because I didn't get very far last time. I only managed to do 2 of the observation points. Obviously, I just did the 3rd. So, hello, Xavier. This situation looks stable, at least. The situation with the Mikage furnace? Yes, indeed. From my observations, the internal buildup of Tatarigami energy doesn't seem too high. The reason I initially activated the dome was to stop people from going inside, mostly because of the legal liability it puts on us. Basically, if too much energy accumulates inside, then this dome is completely useless. Ahem. Yes, the main thing here is that everything's looking good right now. So it's happy days. No need to pore over mundane details at this point. So, how's the dome looking? It's got 3 rifts in it, and a whole load of Fatui. Rifts. Wait a minute. Fatui? What are those Sly-Schneznaids doing all the way out here? Whatever it is, it can't be good. You've got that right. But if the current issues with the Mikage furnace are the Fatui's doing, then that complicates things. Goodness gracious, how can this be happening? I'm just a humble engineer. I only wanted to come here to do a little research, do some filming, get a taste of Inazuma's delightful culture, etc. How did I go from that to being caught up in this whole mess? It being as a simple technical issue. It began as a simple technical issue. Then that soldier turned up and all of a sudden it's somehow a process issue. Then, somewhere during said process, it transforms again into an Inazuman domestic affair that Outlanders are strictly prohibited from interfering in. And now the Fatui are here. If it goes on like this, the nature of this problem is going to change quite radically indeed. I sympathize with you. You've had a similar experience before. Drawn into a messy situation that fundamentally has nothing to do with you whatsoever. That's unfortunate. Ugh. Whatever, I'm here now, and I'm the only person capable of resolving this issue with the Mikage furnace. Technically, ignoring it would be a compliant decision both in terms of process and in terms of who has jurisdiction over it. But I can't just leave it unresolved. Perhaps I just need to accept that for a researcher, this is just the way life is. Or as we say in Fontaine, c'est la vie. I think that's how you say that. If the Fatui are really here to try and get their hands on the Tatarigami energy inside the Mikage furnace, then the containment dome should be a major stumbling block to their plans. Are those rifts also? Indeed. There's no doubt in my mind that the Fatui are at least tangentially related to those rifts. I see. So it's those cracks in the containment dome that are causing my instrument to give these anomalous readings. I must say, they are very stealthy. They managed to make it all the way here, damage the dome, and access the inside of the Mikage furnace without anybody finding out. The Fatui are good at acting in the shadows. If that's the case, there's a real possibility here that they've already made it inside. What if they destroy the Mikage furnace? Are the Fatui really so reckless? If it exploded, they would share the same fate as everyone else. I wouldn't put it past them. Dear me, they are truly daring. First things first, we must find a way to scare them off. Give me a moment to think. Well, if they're gonna get blown up anyways, I doubt anything's gonna scare them. I've got it. Since they decided to sneak inside the Mikage furnace quietly, it must mean that they wish to avoid a direct confrontation with the shogunate. So all we need to do is make some sort of big, dramatic gesture to make them think that the shogunate is already onto them. That might just make them much more cautious in their approach, which will make our investigations much easier. Dramatic gesture, or I'll go defeat them right away. What? Whoa! Hold on a second. That's not what I meant. Hear me out first. Do you know of the Kamui Jima cannon? It's a big gun built using the latest technology, powered by electro. The shogunate had a few of them installed on this island for military purposes, since this is where the front line was. But as the war went on, things changed, and now they're currently sitting there unused. Things changed? What exactly? You'd have to ask our soldier friend, but I'm sure he'd only tell you that he's not at liberty to disclose classified military intelligence. If you want my take, I think the Shogun's army underestimated the sophistication of their enemy. They installed the Kamui Jima cannons hoping to halt Sangonomiya's advance with overwhelming firepower. But although the Kamui Jima cannon does indeed pack quite a punch, it has a limited field of fire and it's not very mobile. Most importantly, big artillery guns like these need several people to operate them, and maintenance is a real headache. Trying to defend the Mikage furnace and the Kamui Jima cannons at the same time meant that our soldier friend and his comrades were spread much too thinly. So ultimately, it actually gave Sangonomiya an opportunity. After making it past the Kamui cannon's field of fire, they quickly took down the forces guarding the Mikage furnace. Before the Shogun's army could get emergency reinforcements to the Mikage furnace, they had already withdrawn from there and started attacking from a different direction. Constantly being dragged back and forth kept the Shogunate's forces fully occupied. So when the Mikage furnace started having problems, they were forced to halt production. Meanwhile, the Kamui cannons installed in the wild became essentially useless against the kind of tactics employed by Sangonomiya's side. Suffice it to say that as far as the fight on this island went, Sangonomiya had the upper hand. So did Sangonomiya damage the Mikage furnace? I don't think so. They should be well aware that the Tatarigami sealed inside wouldn't treat Sangonomiya or the Shogunate any differently from each other if the Mikage furnace was destroyed. All they want is to continuously harass and attack the Mikage furnace to be a nuisance to the Shogun's army and slowly wear them down. I wonder who it is that is planning all these precise attacks from Sangonomiya's side. So this is definitely a quest from before you encounter the Raiden Shogun and resolve all of that. It's kind of funny. Well, that's enough chit-chat. Whatever the case, the Kamui cannon will definitely cause an unimaginable ruckus, which is just what we need. And as a result of some miraculous coincidence, I actually know how to operate the cannon. Does this miraculous coincidence have to do with Fontaine? Well, I won't get deeper into it, but we do have other technologies besides just maintaining and producing equipment. what if the containment dome breaks? As I've said before, the containment dome is meant for stopping people from entering. The Fatui have already broken through, that much you've seen with your own eyes. Though it may seem like it's just a few small tears, the truth of the matter is that the dome is actually barely holding up. If they're left unchecked, even if the Mikage furnace is alright, they'll definitely find other ways to cause problems. If we don't destroy the dome, we'd have to go through the 3 tears that the Fatui made to repair the Mikage furnace. We'd be fish in a barrel for those Fatui to shoot. But if we destroyed it altogether, not only would it shock the Fatui and provide us with an advantageous opportunity, it would also allow for us to have more routes to choose from. Besides, if we can repair the Mikage furnace in time, everything will return to normal, even if we do destroy the containment dome. Have a little faith in me and in the marvelous technology of my homeland Fontaine. Come, let me mark the locations of the Kamui-jima cannons for you on the map. And there's those 3 locations. Don't we need to prepare some projectiles? Normally we would, and the cannons use a very special type of projectile. That's why the Shogunate is so lax about leaving these huge cannons in the wild. But as I've said before, I happen to know how to operate this sort of cannon. What I also know is how to make use of electro to bypass our projectile-related limitations. But since neither of us has a vision, if we are to get a hold of some stable elemental power, we should go ask the treasure hoarders if we might borrow a few of those curious small bottles in which they seal some. Don't worry, I can control the elements. What? But you're not a bearer of the vision? I guess we all have our own little secrets, eh? I shan't pry. Then, on behalf of our special review board, I will be entrusting you with this task. I'm confident that we will make a wonderful team. Okay, let's go find those things. Oh, there we go. Open your inventory to view the... Okay, yeah, I don't need to do that. No, I meant to open up the map. It should be one of them over here. Wait a second. Maybe I do need to look at that map again. But only because I need to definitely remember this time. Okay, there's that. Okay. That's not that hard to remember. There's one right here. Thankfully they put the teleporter right near it. And I have already activated it, so that shouldn't be too difficult to find. Oh, there it is. I never really paid attention to it. The character... Oh. The character must be affected by electro or carrying an electrogram, huh? Where... Oh, there it is. That's not too hard. This kind of cannon does not have a point-and-shoot aiming facility. You must adjust the elevation and orientation in order to fire on target. Okay, so let's... I think that that's good enough, right? Oh. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. I guess I've got to deal with these guys very fast. Solidify. I'm surprised that they're alive after getting hit by the cannon. Like, if you think about it, they got basically hit by it. One of them is leaving, which is unfortunate for me. Come on. Darn it. Don't you dare heal him before he dies. Thank you. Give me my reward for wasting my time. Okay, I've got to activate this again. Let's aim higher. Okay, well that worked. There's one. Right? Now I just need to go to the next one. And I have a much better idea this time of what to do. Well, this is pretty neat. Where is it? Oh, there it is. They didn't even bother trying to hide it or anything. Okay. I think I need to aim it just a little bit more like that. And then raise it up at least 2, if not 3 times. I think I'll do it 3. Okay. Oh, wow. That looked like it should have gone more to the left, but okay. There we go. Cool. Not too hard. And now it's time to go to the last spot, which is right here. Very kind of them to put all of them next to teleportation devices. Let's see. Where is it? This is the right place, right? I guess I'll have to look at that map again. Okay, and I should be right there on the... Okay, it's a little bit further over this way. Okay, they put it here. On this particular island. And now I understand why I was misunderstanding. Because of the way the map was zoomed in, this spot right here looks similar to the other island, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I should have known. Oh. Okay. It was completely my fault. I was completely misreading it. It just said, I wish that I had paid more attention, because I would have noticed that issue much sooner. Ooh, fancy. Now they want me to report back to Xavier. Obviously, it's happening automatically, right? No? Okay, never mind. I guess they just had to reload everything because it broke that barrier. I'll report back to him, and then I'm going to move on to the timed quest with Xiangling. And then after that, I'll continue on with the character quest for Kokomi. At least that's the plan I currently have. I don't know if that'll change. Hello, Xavier. You're back. My, that was loud. My eardrums are still ringing. After hearing the cannons, the Fatui will most certainly suspect that the Shogunate has become aware of their activities. Still, something seems off here. Why hasn't the Tatarigami energy begun to leak out after the containment dome was destroyed? Could it be that some of the Mikage's furnaces systems are still operational and have already purified some of the energy? Or perhaps the Fatui are collecting that energy. Whatever the case may be, please take this opportunity to go and find out. Well, watch out! It's the Fatui! Oh, look. You aren't with the Shogun's army, and here I thought they'd wised up. Well, if you're not here with the Shogunate, then disappear. No, thank you. I gotta get rid of this guy first, otherwise he'll be a pain in the butt. Now I can get rid of this guy. And then finally this guy.
Retribution!
Normally I would have aimed for the ice guy first, but because I noticed the grass was burning, I realized that his shield would go down faster. Which is exactly what happened. I actually used my brain first. Okay. Goodness me. They don't beat about the bush, do they? Looks like they do have their eyes set on this place. It seems like their target is Tatarigami Energy, which is within the Mikage Furnace. Go check up on the status of the storage device inside the Mikage Furnace while the Fatui are distracted by all this ruckus we're making. If you encounter any Fatui, why, take them out. I have every confidence in your abilities. I will do just that, but in the next video, when I decide to explore that area. So let's go ahead and do the next part of the quest with Zhengling. Finding out, I believe that she wanted us to find ingredients or something. I'll teleport to that point. It's right above there. It's always been my preferred way of traveling around Liyue is to teleport up to that point and just drop down from above. If I recall, anyways. It's been a long time since I've done it. Probably because I don't think they've added any new quests here. If they have, then I don't remember them adding it. Oh, look at that. It must be related to the festival. They got some stuff set up around here. I wonder if there are actually new quests related to that. There we go. Okay. And that's some familiar looking people. Ningguang and one other person.
Hmm? Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon. And Xiangling.
I can't remember how to pronounce her name properly.
Greetings, friends. It's been a while.
Hey, what brings you here?
Oh, Beto's here too. Huh? Everyone's gathered together here.
Has something happened? What's with this great big stone on the ground?
Long story. So, just to confirm, I will assume responsibility for handling this stone of unknown origin. Any objections?
None here. You know how to get things done, Kuching. As long as it's with you, I can rest easy knowing that it's in safe hands.
Ka-ching, okay. I'm still not pronouncing it correctly, but...
Should I take this to mean that you doubt the relative safety of leaving this in the hands of the Tianquan?
Huh? Well, for starters, Kuching is the one who's always out running errands, rain or shine. Besides, you don't seem to give a wooden more about this whole thing anyway, so what's it to you?
I was merely joking. You, meanwhile, seem only too ready to pounce when an opportunity to publicly lambaste me arises. Even when it means giving our poor mutual friend here the cold shoulder.
Is this a bad time?
By no means. You wish to know about the stone, I presume. Then let me invite the great seafarer Captain Beto to tell the story, if she would be so kind.
You... Fine. Well, it's a big one, right? And such a smooth surface, too. Makes you think there's gotta be a good chunk of jade in there.
It was found by a fishing crew, not far off the coast. It must have been underwater for years, so the erosion will be what's given it that smooth finish.
Finds like this cannot be kept as private property, and must be submitted to a holder of public office. Placing it into our custody will also give them peace of mind.
So, what's inside it?
Well, we've hit it with just about every weapon we could get our hands on and haven't managed to even dent it yet. Clearly there's more to it than meets the eye.
No weapon could smash it open. Wow. Paimon doesn't think we've ever encountered a stone like that before.
Kuching has taken an unusually keen interest in this giant stone, which is why we are leaving the matter in her capable hands.
Let's put that aside for a second. Traveler, what brings you here? Were you looking for someone?
Actually, we were looking for all of you. We need all hands on deck here.
Oh? Hopefully not because there's been some sort of cataclysmic event.
That stupid bear keeps running around in the background.
No, nothing like that. Paimon's just getting carried away. I just wanted to ask everyone about their food preferences.
Food preferences? That's a little unexpected.
I have rather simple tastes. Precise, pure, smart, and sophisticated. That is all I require.
That's your idea of simple, huh?
I summed up my culinary requirements in 4 words. Is that insufficiently simple for you?
A few weeks out on the open ocean would fix your flawed definition of simplicity, let me tell you that.
What about you, Beto?
Me? If it's freshly cooked and piping hot, that floats my boat. If it's got a little chili pepper in there too, I'm one very happy captain.
Paimon thought you would have said bar food.
Oh, bar food works too.
As for me, it's got to be seafood.
Okay, got it. So, seafood, piping hot, and, simple but sophisticated.
Not a lot of overlap.
And that's where I would disagree. Traveler, surely you've heard of golden shrimp balls. Oh my, they're my favorite. You need to wash and devein the shrimp, wrap it in finely sliced potato strips, then deep fry it to perfection. There's no room for cutting corners. They're very precisely put together. They taste pure, the presentation is smart, and the skill needed to cook them is highly sophisticated. It fits Ningguang's forward summary to the letter.
What's up with all this shrimp? They keep bringing up shrimp.
Huh. So what you're saying is, for all the frills and trills, good food is all the same at the core?
I heartily agree. Golden shrimp balls are a prime example. Their essence lies in combining art and nutrition in a single package. It is a dish of true value.
Okay, got it. So Kuching loves golden shrimp balls.
I didn't say that. Did I?
No, at least not outright.
Alrighty. Thanks for all your input. I'll be sure to take it all into consideration.
Traveler, Paimon, do you have anything planned after this?
No immediate plans.
Good. I'd like you to help me investigate something. It's about this stone.
You picked the right people for the job. We investigate stuff all the time.
My thoughts exactly. The Qixing has a public duty to deliver our final verdict to the fishermen, but there are also some things I would like to investigate on a personal level. I'm sure you've become acquainted with the general background of the Moonchase Festival. However, I have my own understanding of this festival's roots. My grandfather was a researcher of Liyue's traditions. In his notes, he indicated that there was a deity called the Stove God in ancient Liyue, which people paid tribute to at a certain time of the year. Very few written records make mention of the Stove God, and those that do are notoriously confusing. Some scholars believe that the Stove God was just another title held by the Lord of Geo, but others suggest that this was a different deity altogether. One folktale even claims that the ancients found the Stove God's shrine, but there was no statue, only a huge, smooth slab of stone. Shortly after it was found, the stone was lost in transit, and it hasn't been seen since. This stone here has all the same features, so I suspect it could be the one that went missing all those years ago. After many years of researching ancient texts, my grandfather came to believe that the practice of paying seasonal tribute to the Stove God may be best described as a festival. He called it the Stove God Festival. That would make it the forerunner to the Moonchase Festival we know today. But this is all just theory and conjecture. To prove any of it, we'd need to start by identifying who the Stove God really was. Now that Rex Lapis has passed on, and Liyue has entered the age of humankind, his successor should continue to respect our nation's culture and traditions, just as he did. That's why I think the responsibility for this situation should fall to me. It's a chance to shed light on our history, revitalize an ancient tradition, and possibly prove my grandfather's hypothesis along the way. With any luck, we'll nail all 3 in one fell swoop. It was just a couple of days ago that we received this stone. Right after we decided to use food as the central theme for this year's festival. It makes me wonder. Maybe a divine will is at work behind all of this.
3 birds with 1 stone, huh? That's pretty efficient, even for cooking.
I'd love to help, but I'm in the middle of commissions for Xiangling.
Hey, don't worry about that. This sounds super important, so don't mind me. Besides, we're only... Wait a second. I got it!
What? Why are you shouting?
Ka-ching, can I tag along for your investigation?
But...
Since it's all about the stove god, I might get to learn something useful about cooking along the way. It'll be great inspiration for me in the competition. Please, let me come along. I promise I'll help.
if it means that much to you... Okay, I suppose you can come.
Really? Yay! Thank you so much! You're the best!
Now that that's settled, time to get going. Jingsa Village is said to be home to a lot of historical texts, so I'd like to start by making some inquiries there.
Alright, then it's off to Chingsa we go!
Okay then, let's go over there very fast, and then after the story event that takes place over there, I'm gonna continue with the character quest for Kokomi.
Sincerely, Beidou, you misunderstand me. I have many simple pleasures. I take a stroll through Yujing Terrace and one down by the harbor every single day.
Huh. Well, everyone has their way of procrastinating, I guess.
These two. So let's go ahead and do that. It's been a long time since I've been over here as well. Thankfully they put it right next to the teleportation point. It's probably that old lady. I forgot her name already. I don't think it was Granny Mung or whatever. It was somebody else. But Granny Ryojin, yeah.
Hi, Granny. We need your help with something. Are there any old books around Chingsa Village? You know, from a really long time ago?
Oh, looking for ancient texts, are we? Let me think. There is an old warehouse over there, property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Many books are stored inside, those that they have no room for at home. In fact, their youngest comes over this way to read sometimes.
The Feiyun Commerce Guild's youngest? You must be talking about Xingqiu.
Huh.
Paimon didn't know they had a warehouse here. Let's go take a look.
That name sounds very familiar. It's... why do I not... why can't I put a face to that name, though? It sounds very, very familiar. Well, I'll see in a second, won't I?
Help! I'm being robbed!
Okay.
It came from that direction. Come on.
There we go.
Oh, it's revealed, I said.
Good grief.
Should replace my hammer.
Find out what happened. From Shang.
I've come here to clean the book warehouse plenty of times before, but this is the first time I've run into these crooks.
Are you alright?
I am, thanks to all of you. Hey, wait a minute. You're the traveler, aren't you? And you're with... Lady Kuching. An honor. Truly an honor.
We'll try not to take up too much of your time. I understand that this book warehouse is the property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Could you advise whether we might find any text relating to the stove god in this collection?
The stove god? I heard that's the Lord of Geo, right?
Huh? Really?
Yeah. A friend of mine who conducts research mentioned it once before. We use stoves for cooking, and stoves are built from rock. Some people think that the stove is a gift from the Lord of Geo. And that's why they call him the stove god.
Seems logical enough.
Wait a second. The Lord of Gia, isn't that Zhongli?
But do you have any books on the topic?
I'm sorry, I'd have to ask the young master about that.
Okay, I think I know who this is.
Oh, any questions?
Yep,
Please,
it's him.
ask away.
Hey, it's Chongyun and Xingqiu.
Oh, Chung Yun is here too.
Hello, one and all.
What? Oh, this is random. The young thaumaturge, Chung Yang, was born to a clan of exorcists. He travels the land working to exorcise demons. He is an honest and serious lad by nature, and is both hard-working and persevering, never shrinking from any sort of hardship. However, he has one problem that no amount of work can solve, and that is the pure yang spirit he was born with. Yeah, we found out about that in his hangout event a long time ago. This pure yang spirit is capable of repelling demons to the point where Chung Yun has never had to lift a finger to stop them. As a result, he has almost never seen a demon in his life. This troubles Chung Yun greatly, of course, because seriously, what exorcist has never encountered a demon to exorcise before?
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
That was completely random, by the way.
I was bored with nothing to do, and thought I'd come out this way for a bit of reading. And then I thought, why not bring Chongyun along too?
Yes. I'm just along for the ride, really.
I see the Yuheng Kuching is with you. Whatever brings you here must surely be a matter of grave importance.
Master Xingqiu, if I may be so bold, do you happen to know if there are any texts on the subject of the Stove God among this collection?
Since I personally selected which volumes to store here, I do have some recollection of their contents. If my memory betrays me not, there is one volume among them called Demystifying the Legends of Liyue, which mentions the Stove God.
Might I take a look?
Certainly. If it pleases my lady, I shall lead the way. Sheng, I will take care of things here. You're free to go about your own business.
Xingqiu and Qiqing,
They're
blah
back.
blah.
So did you find it?
Kuching or however. I don't know. I don't know what it said.
Yes, Master Xingqiu has quite an exceptional memory. Demystifying the Legends of Liyue does indeed mention the Stove God. However, it says the following. The body of the dragon wielded a tail that could eclipse the sun, and claws to command fire and teach the ways of wisdom. Receiving the gift bequeathed unto them, humankind cooked food with fire, and thus did they prosper.
Yeah, that definitely sounds a lot like Zhongli. Because remember, he did have a dragon form.
The body of a dragon? The stories about Rex Lapis say the same thing.
That much is true. But this is the only passage in the whole book. If we want to find out more, we'll have to continue our investigation. There's nothing further to discover here. It seems we'll have to look at other options.
I come from a long lineage of exorcists, and our family too has amassed a number of ancient texts. Now that you mention the Stove God, I seem to recall reading somewhere that this god once appeared at the Guili Assembly. Of course, I can't say if it's true or not.
Books are penned by people. All they can do is show what the author was thinking. Everyone's mind is different, so every book on a given topic will give a different account. I apologize that we could not help in a more substantial capacity.
Your help thus far is quite ample. Liyue is a vast and rich land. All things that existed here in the past have left their trace. So long as we do not abandon our search, it is sure to bear fruit eventually. Thank you all. We will continue our investigation elsewhere.
Ah, hold up. I had a question too. Xingqiu, Chongyun, could you tell me what kind of food you like?
Food? Oh no. You're not thinking of taking part in the Masterful Chefs, are you?
Yeah, I totally am. What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
Shangling, this is a major event. I beg you, please don't cook anything strange for this competition.
What do you mean, strange?
Mushroom slime stew, to give one example.
Okay, fair enough. That dish isn't my most popular. But that's why I'm doing all this research, so I can create some really special dishes to win everyone over.
Well, in that case, I like cold food.
That's 'cause you can't handle hot and spicy, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
I'm surprised the game remembered that.
My tastes are on the mild side. I prefer gentle dishes with minimal seasoning. Soups and stews, vegetables and broth, seafood or freshwater fish, either boiled or steamed. These kinds of dishes I am most partial to.
No surprises from the Gugua Geek. Okay, another mild child. Got it.
These are just personal preferences, and everyone's are quite different. Are you sure this eclectic mix of opinions will be of any use?
Of course! You're my customers, and putting a smile on customers' faces is my calling as a chef.
Though Xiangling's market research blade stabs often into the dark, her heart never strays from the noble path.
If anyone can win hearts and minds with their cooking, it's gotta be someone like Xiangling. She's got pure intentions and really cares about the customers. No, where's all this praise coming from? Knock it off, guys. You're embarrassing me. Sorry for holding you all up. That's all I needed to know. Shall we carry on with the investigation now? Over to you, Kuching. Where to next?
So we've learned the Stove God allegedly made an appearance at the Guili Assembly. But today that place is largely a wasteland with few traces of human activity. Longshu Inn is close by, so let's stop off there on the way over and see what we can find out.
Forgive us, for this is where we must part ways. May your journey be a smooth one.
Yes, best of luck. If you run into any difficulties, come and find us. We'll be only too glad to help.
Thanks, everyone.
Let's go! Next stop, Longshu Inn.
I have a feeling that we're going to meet that one Adeptus guy there. But that'll be in the next video, since I'm going to be moving on to do Komi's character quest.
Now, which book to read today? Aha! How about this? Chongyun, pick a book, any book, and read it out loud to me, will you? That way, I can give my mind a rest.
Huh? That's why you brought me along?
Don't like that plan? Okay, then I'll read one for you. How about Young and Hopelessly Smitten?
Xingqiu, don't you think you have one too many frivolous books in your collection?
Okay. A Guide to Getting Ahead in Yujing Terrace. How about this one then?
Oh, really, Xingqiu?
Okay then. Wait. I really should switch over to the quest first. Now let's go ahead. What? I did not open up the character thing. There we go. And I'll definitely do a bit more of this for sure. Normally I would have already quit by now, but because I'm trying to do all 3 different things at once, I want to dedicate a fair amount of time to each of them. What in the world? I'm just looking at my computer here. It's acting up. There we go. Okay.
Huh. Kokomi isn't here yet.
Yeah, she's probably swamped by work.
That's weird. She doesn't seem like the type to show up late to things. Let's wait a little longer.
Now I think about it, she was, she sounded really tired. After some more time...
How is she still not here? Do you think she could be in trouble?
Or asleep.
Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Okay then.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's gone.
So strange. Guess we should just call it a rain check then?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general operational directives. Let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage.
That's strange, but okay.
The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And even then, only when the visitor in question is of VIP status. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times. I'm sure this is the right course of action.
Kokomi really does think of everything. Alright, let's find the place she wrote about and have a look.
Okay then. So I need to head south. And it's over there. For some reason I thought it would be down there. But they haven't really had us investigate that area down there at all during any of these quests, which kind of surprises me. It's like they've got this wide open area down there and it's being used for nothing so far. I mean, aside from, like, I guess when I initially arrived, maybe? Actually, I don't even think there was any quests there when I initially arrived.
Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look.
In a second. I just want to point out there is a treasure chest down there. And I think I'll mark this location on the map. Darn it. Can I zoom in? I'm gonna mark this location on the map with a clover and then come back for that a little bit later. Hopefully I'll remember to come back for it before the end of this video. Oh, this is a place where she obviously does stuff.
Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory feast today. What happened? It's you. I apologize. I'm not feeling my usual self today. You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right away! No. It's nothing like that. It's just... my energy is completely spent. You run on energy? You mean you're like a ruin guard?
Oh my goodness.
No, it's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I can't always be the infinitely capable person I present myself as.
I could sense things were getting to you.
You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. I'll keep working at it. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an advisor. Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. It's such hard work. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also commanding their respect. It doesn't come naturally to me. And truth be told, it's something I never wanted for myself. But because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the Divine Priestess, sooner or later. Like it or not, it's just the way it is. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose myself in a book and relax for a while. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the victory feast to someone else. I have to make a speech tonight, and I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong. This peace was hard won, and I want them to feel at ease. Is there anything we can do to help? I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If only there was some way I could listen to a good read on military strategy. I'm sure that'd speed up the process. I was reading a book last time I was here, but I only got about halfway through. Where did I put it? We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you to help you recover. You do that for me? Thank you. I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
I wonder if I'm gonna have to literally read it. So let's go ahead and investigate that.
make time to deal with these even when she's resting? Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement. Consolidated Annual Report on Fishing Production. Watatsumi Island Monthly Maintenance Expenses Breakdown? This is a lot of work for one person. And it's on top of all the directives she has to write and the people she has to meet day to day. It's no wonder she gets burnt out from time to time. Let's track down that book and help her feel like herself again.
Sounds like she needs some help. From somebody that's actually going to be here. Not necessarily from us.
Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted?
Today I spent the entire afternoon arguing with representatives from the Merchant Association, Energy -4. Many things must still be settled. I need to ensure that they allow the goods to flow smoothly, but I must make sure that their money is made through legal means. Today I finished a day's worth of work, Energy -3. I'll have to write up another batch of directives tonight. Hopefully this won't go on too late. I still need to perform an inspection tomorrow. The wind is very strong outside, Energy -2. It seems like it will rain soon. I can only hope that the waves aren't as rough, and those who go out fishing can return safely. News of the peace talks reached us today, Energy +2. An end to this war will surely make everyone on Watatsumi Island happy, won't it? Today we received word that the Tenryou Commission might be colluding with the Fatui, Energy -5. Even I'm struggling to understand what's going on. Swordfish 2's captain came back today, Energy +4. We tacitly agreed not to speak of Tepe, and no one spoke of those who sacrificed their lives during the war. This peace was far too hard fought. Lots of people spoke to me today again, Energy -3. Looking at their earnest faces, I can't help but think back to the time that I took up the post of the Divine Priestess. Have I really lived up to their expectation all these years?
Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy +4. That's just,
We saw nothing.
Give it here. Guess that was the wrong one. Let's keep looking.
I had a feeling that was the wrong one, but I still read it anyways. Okay. Let's investigate this.
It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one, so she must have finished reading those already. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Paimon doesn't understand a thing. Well, let's take it over and read it to her.
Okay then, sure. I wonder if
Kokumi, is this the book you wanted?
I wonder if Paimon's gonna read it.
I'm not sure, actually. Could you read a bit out loud?
Act to the plan and plan to the situation.
Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
You read Kokomi her favorite military treatise.
Kokumi? Kokumi!
Treatise or whatever. I don't know what it said.
Oh no! She's fallen asleep! What are we gonna do? Tonight's the victory feast! Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner! She's got so much to do!
Let's let her rest for a while.
You sure that's a good idea? She does look pretty exhausted. Guess there's still some time to go, too. Alright, let's keep her company while she rests. Avoid disaster. Protect peace at all costs. The war's over. Things are slowly getting better. Did you see?
You take a break together with Kokomi for a while more.
What time is it? Did I fall asleep? Yep. You've been out for ages. It's nearly time for the feast. I can't believe it got so late. I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see me through the peace talks. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there. It's nearly time to light the bonfire. Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy! Good to have you back.
Okay then. Let's go ahead and jump down here to get that treasure chest. And then after I grab this treasure chest, I don't know why this treasure chest appeared.
I suppose this will do.
I'll go back up there somehow. Yeah, right up here, I guess. Thankfully that teleporter was available. I didn't really think about it when I jumped down there. And once I watch this cutscene, then I'll probably be stopping. Oh, there's a Electroculus over here. Where is it? Probably on the other side of that. I'll just put a pin right there. Yeah, that matches up pretty well. Wait until nighttime. Okay, 18 to 600, huh? 1800 to 1600. Right about there. And of course, a cutscene starting.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual.
That's great! We'll be rooting for you.
Kokomi walks by the banquet fire and starts to give a speech.
Welcome, everyone. Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for peace talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory.
After a while...
Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather? I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. And I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talks.
Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
Okay, so now we have to go talk to the party guests. So they want me to go where? Oh, right over here. Hello, Harai.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all thanks to Her Excellency, Sangonomiya.
What's new? Anything to report?
Recently, let me think. Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hands on closer to shore. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just nothing I could do. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long, trying to keep it together until the morning. At least things are finally improving now. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught, so it's a bit, fishy. But it's fine.
Oh, no. We couldn't possibly.
Paimon turning down food makes no sense to me.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her Excellency always teaches us to repay kindness with gratitude.
Okay, well, thanks. Come on, let's go talk to some others.
It doesn't make no sense to me at all. She's an imposter. She has to be. Okay, so who's the next person? Oh, this person. Kabasawa.
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue.
What's new? Anything to report?
Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? I've heard rumors, but nothing too detailed. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy over there? He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Yeah, I really hope we don't go making any more trouble for ourselves. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions, you may as well go and talk to him.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is.
Yeah, it sounds like he's on edge. All high-strung. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. For some reason, I thought he was behind her. I don't know why. Kozen. Huh?
Ugh. This guy smells of booze.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish 2, right? You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
What?
We would never run from a fight.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stability. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance?
Warrior's will?
You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide Resistance warrior. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a duel.
Ugh, this guy. Would it kill him to just have a normal conversation? What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
Sure. We're hardly going to lose.
We'll see about that.
I mean... Oh wow, they're actually having us use Aether.
With the wind!
There you go. That was stupidly easy.
You're a strong fighter. No wonder Her Excellency chose you. You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, will you join us?
First, you need to tell me what's going on.
We made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission colluding with the Fatui, it didn't happen.
Okay then.
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. You're telling us you made the whole thing up? What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryou Commission.
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping to achieve. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of Watatsumi Island is at stake. What's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree? We are the Resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raiden Shogun, but we can put faith in ourselves. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to Paimon.
What it boils down to is, you just want to fight.
Yeah, everything you said just now was pure speculation, wasn't it? Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for, all because of some imaginary situation that may not even happen?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. What would you understand? For the sake of victory, we embodied the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore? You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person. But how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle? Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryou Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt decree. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sangonomiya if you want, but you're too late to stop us now.
Too late? What do you that one. What are we gonna do? This is really serious. We need to give Kokomi the full story right away.
Yeah, obviously. Wow. That's not good. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Oh boy. I mean, I know that nothing's really gonna cause the war to continue, but...
We found out a few things. The whole thing about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They made it all up. They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war. And they said it's too late to try and stop them, no matter what we do. I see.
Are you feeling alright?
I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have come to this. I think I understand what Kozan means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow, but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area is safe and secure. I highly suspect that one of Kozan's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiations.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the guards?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryo Commission's guards, and we'd be in danger of war breaking out once again. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the issue of not knowing who to trust.
Sounds like a really tricky situation. So is there really nothing we can do about it?
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. Now it falls to me to devise a counter plan. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, I will find a way to ensure they do not come to harm. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Kokomi rushes back to Sanganami's shrine and the victory feast continues something or other. Interesting, so... I have to wait until the next day. But, I'm actually going to be stopping now. And the next time I play, I will be continuing with the Tatara Tales quest, which involves going to the quest marker that's over there. So thank you very much for watching, and that is what I intend to do the next time. Bye-bye.